Hello everyone and welcome to Movie Review UK, and today we're going to be reviewing The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. It's extremely fresh on my mind because I've just got back from the cinema watching it and I bloody loved it. Yeah, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm really glad that it was very good and it was different enough to the other three films. Of course, the first two Hunger Games films are quite similar and the third one takes a bit of a deviation, delving more into the politics side of it, which I think is what sets it apart from the obvious comparisons to Battle Royale. And this was another slight departure, kind of almost a mixture of the previous three films with good kind of twist moments, lots of good action scenes, and lots more politics and politicky, angly stuff. One of my most favourite things about the film is the cast. I genuinely think for a film of this type, i.e. a popular, really a tween film, like in between a teen and an adult, is that what tween stands for or means? But it's, you know, the books were targeted at a young female audience, I believe. I was recently criticised by Nate Peterson of Food Review UK, told that I had a vagina because I liked the Hunger Games series. It was a joke, however, he is, I believe, correct in his implication that the Hunger Games series is directed at young female women, children. But one of the things I love about the series the most is the cast, particularly in this instalment. They're all just tremendous. You got people like Natalie Dormer, Gwendolyn Christie, is that her name, Captain Phasma? Brienne who pop up in just these smaller roles, and then of course Woody Harrelson. You've got Jennifer Lawrence, who is incredible in it. She commands the screen when she's on it, and of course because she is in almost every scene, she does need to have that presence that can hold the screen for that long, and she pulls it off incredibly well. She has really grown into a tremendous young actress, and yeah, she is a flagship patron chanter. She's brilliant, basically, in this film series, and it's a great franchise largely because of her. As I said, the action scenes are really tremendous in this movie. There's a lot of interesting and different things that we haven't seen, a lot of them on a very large scale, and just lots of very different things. It has a almost video game feel to it, the way that there is, like, minor spoilers here, but there are traps named pods, and there is escalation of threat, and it feels like we're building up to something massive. It feels like we're building up to a boss fight, like in a video game. And perhaps if there was a small criticism, it might be that the culmination of those things and the actual build-up to what is billed as a very climatic battle is perhaps a slight pissy burnout, if that makes sense. Having said that, where the film went in the kind of final 15 minutes or so, I did actually enjoy in the end. The pacing does seem to grind to a halt, but then pick back up, so it's a little bit jarring at the end, and it in fact, to the point where I was questioning, I was like, what, I don't know what the fuck's going on now, but it did build back up, and then I was satisfied with the ending, apart from the last minute or so, was slightly Hollywoodized. It was very bright in what I feel is an extremely bleak series. One of the things that I like about it, in fact, is that the series is so dark and so bleak. This instalment has its fair share of downers as well, like huge downers, and they're quite emotionally impactful. So, I'm very, very satisfied with the conclusion to the Hunger Games series. I think that all four films together make a really solid series, and it's leaps and bounds ahead of things that you could draw comparisons with, i.e. Twilight. I would say The Maze Runner as well, but that would be extremely bad of me to say because I've never seen it, so what an awful thing to say had I had said that, but I haven't, so that's completely fine. I'd thoroughly recommend The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, aka Números Dos, and I would give it 8 out of 10. One minor criticism that I would give it is the actual title sequence. I'm not actually 100% certain if I'm speaking 100% truths now, but I believe in the first two films it was a lot more grand, whereas in Mockingjay Part 1 and 2 it was just white plain font on a black background. And that seems like a silly thing to criticise it for, but I'm a man of design, so these things stick out at me. And that ending on Catching Fire, that still might be my favourite moment of the entire series, just because it stops and it's explosive and the logo comes up and I was just like, that is fucking incredible. So yeah, watch the series just for that alone. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen this movie, because I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. And subscribe for more videos. And one of the things that I like it about